Now, the next lady we've got, again, a stand-up comedian, award-winning comedian, Sally Ann Hayward. And through the hour of her evening, she will give you a bit of musing about boys, the NHS, and anything else, really, that's broken, pointless and worthless. So please put your hands together for lovely Sally Ann Hayward. Come down, Sally. Let's get out of your way, babe.
Oh, hello. Hello, lovely to be here. I'm going to give you a little bit of relationship information my mum gave me recently. It's quite important and I'd adhere to it. I've got a boyfriend. He snores a lot. It's annoying. If you're a man in here who snores, just stop it. I don't care what it takes. Cut your head off. Couldn't give a shit. Honestly, it's that annoying. Sometimes I sit outside the bedroom crying because I can't get any sleep at night. That is the level of annoyance. I told my mum recently, my mum said one of the best things I've ever heard about relationships. I said to my mum, I can't stand it. He snores all the time. I can't bear it. It's so annoying. And my mum went, no. Won't be long before just his breathing annoys you. Yeah. Exciting, isn't it? Something for us to all look forward to, eh? But I do like him, though. Do you know, I sound surprised, but I do like my boyfriend. Do you know, I like him so much that sometimes when he's not around, I wear his tracksuit bottoms because it makes me feel a little bit closer to him. People do that, though, don't they? I've got friends, they're divorced now, but he still wears her scarf. Oh, I know. And she wears his house. And his car. And his best mate. I like your reactions. Do you know, I did that joke in Preston, and I also did it in Bath, right? In Preston, no reaction whatsoever. Honestly, in Bath, and I thought, that's because people in Bath can afford to get divorced, isn't it? That's all that's down to. That's all it is. People don't get divorced because of money. Quite often, poor people are pressed and stuck with each other because they can't afford to leave. But also children, isn't it? People don't get divorced because of children. I've got a friend, he's got a kid, and he said to me, as soon as she's 18, I'm walking out that door. Which is no way to talk about your wife. Do you know what? I'm going to tell you something quite rude. I know this is quite rude, but I'm just going to give it a go. I'm going to launch in. The other day, me and my boyfriend were having sex. That's not the funny bit, but... it can be. While we were having sex, do you know, he pulled a muscle in the back of his neck. And I thought, oh, God, we've got to that age, haven't we? Where we've got to warm up before we have sex. It's rubbish, isn't it? Feeling a little bit horny. Hang on a minute, we can't take any chances. Good to go. You know what that's like. Yeah, oh, bless you. He just went all cramp. Thank you very much indeed for listening. My name's Sally Ann Hayward. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sally.
Thank you.
So, Sally,
Hello.
Everything that's pointless and worthless.
Yes.
Like a relationship.
Generally men, yeah.
Oh, usually men.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, that's
what a
mean, isn't it?
shame.
Because I've met somebody I like now, so that's all right. I have had a lot of boyfriends, and
You have a little dig at the NHS.
I do have a little. Well, no, I don't really dig at the NHS. I used to work for the NHS, and I quite like it. But I used to work as a temp, and but you know, I used to work with this amazing woman because I was an office temp, audio typing, and she was brilliant. I love this job's brilliant, but you spend a lot of time on your own, and she was fantastic, this woman. I miss working with people because we were sitting there one day with our headphones on, and she turned around to me. She was in her 60s. She went, "Ear." She's from Bristol. Says here, this lady went to Iron Apple. That's Cyprus, isn't it? And I went, yeah, that's Cyprus. And she went, I'll put the Lake District much nicer. She was brilliant. I miss that. that. I miss people like that in the shop.
So is a lot of your stuff observation?
Yeah, but mainly observational comedy. Yeah, I do.
Because it's actually that, you know, you think it's funny, but there is an age where you start pulling things, isn't there, when you're getting up to no good?
I've done a silver fox on the end of the row here. What's your name, sir?
Oh, it would have to be Barry.
Barry. Barry, do you limber up now before you have sex, Barry?
If I could hear what you said, yes.
I'll take that as a yes, Barry. I'm very easy. You grew up in Oxford.
I did grow up in Oxford. I did. Do you know, growing up in Oxford, people, when you tell people that, people couldn't be less interested. It's the sort of time people just go, oh, it's like coming from Peterborough or something like that. Do you know what I mean? But honestly,
Oxford is beautiful.
It is beautiful, but people don't care. They really, honestly, I may as well be saying to somebody, do you know, sometimes I sleep until 9:30. It has that little impact. Honestly, it really does. The only thing I ever really get from growing up in Oxford is people telling me I'm posh. I think that's what
yes,
I'm saying.
that assumption is always made.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
And are you?
Well, yeah.
Of course you are, girl.
So does that mean you have to tone your gags down a bit?
No, not at all. No.
Or you can get away with more, perhaps?
Yeah, I try to get away with as much as I can.
Because you're on just after midday.
I know.
Now, it's the Stand Comedy Club, so people know what they're buying tickets for.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
because it's a purist sort of comedy club in a way. But it's at 12:05 in the afternoon, and I would have thought...
And you say 14 plus, so that's a good warning, isn't it?
So do you get a lot of... does the adult comedy go down well at midday?
Do you know what? Surprisingly well, actually. It really just... Because I thought it was going to be hard. But, you know, the people that come are up for it from the very beginning, and that's all you can ask, really. They're really, you know, it's great. It's
and
fine.
it is the Edinburgh Festivals,
Yeah.
so we're all going to things all during the day, and we're all up for it, aren't we, to have a good time? Well, if you're up for it to go and see Sally Ann Hayward, as we said, you're on the Strand.
The Stand.
Oh, the Stand. Trust me to put Strand. Honestly, I do it every night, don't I?
Hell of a commute, isn't it?
Yes.
It's part of the charm of the show.
And it's the comedy club.
The Stand Comedy Club, and it's Stand 4, so it's over the road from the main club, but it's still on York Place, Stand 4, 12:05 every day.
And did you bring us a couple of tickets?
I did.
Fabulous.
They're on the
so
door.
there's 2 tickets if you want them. You have to get to that lovely Terry quickly. First come, first serve. Darling, thank you so very much. Please put your hands together for Sally Ann.
That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be